What up? It's your boy Nick Incredible, and this is my discussion slash review for 911 Season 7, Episode 7, titled Ghost of a Second Chance. And come on, Eddie, what are you doing? Let's talk about it.
Headed out for change, I just started on my quest. Yeah, the world will know my name, I'm excited, I'm obsessed. No one in my way but myself and a test. Yeah, I will be the best, yeah, I will be the best. Life is just a game, I'll be playing till I rest. I'll be there to claim my own spot among the best.
Okay, man. Now, me, myself, on one hand, really good episode, and on the other, I could have wrote this. Okay, first of all, the aspect with the kidnapped victim and Maddie being the one to take the call and, you know, her kind of being like, I don't want to say re-traumatized, but kind of reliving through her past trauma. I guess you can say re-traumatized. With her situation with Doug. When the victim got on the line, I love that I guess you'd say they kind of enacted it so well that when Maddie received a call, she was going, "No, ma'am, this isn't the place. This isn't a hotel. You called 911." And then, like, Maddie immediately, you know, she, like, I'm sure they train for that, you know, like when they get a phone call like that, just to play along with the person they're on the other line with so the people won't be in danger. But Maddie immediately, you know, flipped that switch and she was in the zone, man. Like, she just kept throwing out stuff left and right to assist this lady, to help her. And Josh would have been better taking over the call, but Maddie, you know, she was in that moment, and it kind of reminded her of that time when she was in that position, and she didn't want to back out of the call, but because of that, she missed some vital information that was taking place when the call was happening, and that information, which was obviously when he talked about the yellow nightgown and he bought it for her and she ruined everything because he was going to surprise her. Like, I immediately knew that was the moment that things had kind of switched, because I was like, oh, so he was a peeping Tom. But that wasn't the case. He was a stalker. He was the handyman, and he was just watching her from across the way. And Maddie kind of jumped the gun a little bit because of a similar situation with herself. But I felt like it was a good moment for Maddie because it let her deal with some of the trauma that she still was holding on to a little bit. And it kind of got resolved this episode, and I'm okay with that. I love the fact that how the case ended. Maddie kind of helped them solve the case. Now, we know she played a cop on an FBI agent in Criminal Minds, but, you know, she's a 911 dispatcher slash nurse here, so she doesn't have that kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not totally sure. But anyway, she doesn't have those kind of skill sets, but she still was able to help them. And even when she got on the phone and was talking to his sister over the phone, she obtained some information that was very vital about, you know, how his wife left him and drained their bank account and just disappeared. I feel like it was good, man. And this dude finally just snapped and he couldn't take it anymore. But it was a really good, that part of the episode was really, really good. Now, just so happens, coincidences, the police end up running into him because he took his eyes off the road, and that's how he got caught. I love when Jim say, "Is this all gonna be okay, sweet pea?" Buck, that's the guy. That's the guy. And then they saved the lady that he kidnapped from the park, so that was good, man. It was good to see officer, detective slash officer or whatever, Romero again. You know, it was nice to see him. I kind of wish Athena would go ahead and be a detective, but, you know, we wouldn't have that whole 911 aspect in a switch with her having to be a detective. Now, she solves cases now, but I'd like to see her maybe switch, like if they ever decide to end it or whatever, let her end it with her being a detective or something like that, maybe. But she likes being a officer on the street. You know, she likes being an officer, so I still like to see it a little bit because she's good. Your girl is good, man. But that was the good part on one hand. And then the other hand, you know, like where I say I could have wrote this, you have the whole Eddie situation and the one with Dr. Amir, which is played by Malcolm Jamal Warner, the doctor with the burn scars. So obviously with that particular situation, he knows Bobby from Minnesota, right? That just has to be what it is. He's the one, he got caught in the building where Bobby's family died, you know, so he moved from Minnesota to, There's so many places in between Minnesota and California that you guys can move to. It doesn't have to be. But he moved to California, right? That's obviously why he's looking at Bobby that weird way. And Nash and Romero's like, do you know Bobby? No, but I'd like to. So obviously he's seen Bobby, and that's why he was dumbfounded when Bobby brought the baby in. So he sees Bobby, and he has to be from Minnesota as well. And I'm assuming that's where his face scars transpired and came from. He was in that building fire where Bobby was drunk and fell asleep and killed his family and then burned this dude's face. And yeah, I feel sorry for him. Your face got burned, and I don't know if you lost your family or not, but bruh, Bobby has suffered, okay? It was still his fault, but he suffered. Don't bring that mess around, man, okay? As much as I like Michael Jamal Warner, don't bring that foolery to 911 and to Los Angeles right now, okay? Then we have Eddie. So Eddie's on his date with Marisol and Christopher, and they're playing Two Truths and a Lie, and then they end up walking past this place as their date is ending, and he sees this chick, and yeah, let's be 100%. We've all seen that one chick, we're like, oh shit. Like you just catch yourself just like, oh dang, she's so fine. You just be glancing at her, and then of course, like she see you looking at her, and she looking at you because the chick looked at Eddie was like, Okay, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you looking at her and she looking at you, y'all looking at each other, and the chick does resemble Shannon like they could have been possibly sisters, maybe cousins, but they do resemble each other. And we've seen Eddie go through so much stuff, and you telling me the moment him and Marisol decide to, take a step back, get to know each other a little bit more, and still continue to date, Eddie's going to be out here two-timing Marisol with this chick that resembles Shannon. Because technically right now, he's cheating on Marisol with a chick that looks like Shannon and in his mind with Shannon. Like, I know he has this weird connection to Shannon, and right when they were building up their relationship, she died. Again, building up relationship again, she died. I get it. But you with Marisol, man, and then you cheating on this chick with another chick and with your dead ex-wife. I just don't see it. Eddie, come on. Like I said, I'm happy that ABC picked up 911 because it was going to be canceled otherwise. But even out of all the good stuff that we're getting, tidbits here and there, I would have rather them cancel it, man. If they're going to... It's got to be this first season. Hopefully they work out all the kinks, man, because I feel like there's a lot of kinks right now, right? It can't just be me. Comment down below and let me know if you guys feel the same way that I do. You probably don't, but I mean, just a little bit, right? I mean, he even lied to Buck. Yeah, I got a date with Marisol. You don't have a date with Marisol. You out here dating this other... I mean, she cute. I mean, we ain't nobody gonna ever just turn down, another date with a fine chick. Well, if you're married and you respect your wife and stuff, you should turn down dates. But you know what I'm saying. I mean, him and Marisol are technically just dating. But you've been dating this chick for a minute, and if you having some problems with this chick because of the whole nun thing, but you said you working it out, you should be upfront and honest with her because she asked you a couple times now. You're like, no, I'm good. But you're lying, Eddie. Now, on the other hand, we have the good stuff that's popping off with Hen and Karen and Mata and her little brother. Now, we learned that she has a little brother because she's sharing that information with Denny, and her and Denny are starting to get a little bit closer. Like I said, I know it's 10 episodes this season, so a lot of that stuff is going to be like off screen and off camera. Oh, this happened. We didn't see it, but it happened. I'm cool with that. So it's nice to see them connecting, and Mata starting to open up a little bit more. She's even talking to Hen and Karen a little bit more. But we find out she has a brother, and her brother's father doesn't want his child to have anything to do with Mata because he feels like it was a traumatic situation and the baby probably won't remember. But I love the fact that he and them went that extra step, that extra mile to trying to work it out, to try to work it out. And we get that whole situation right there at the ending where the father still wasn't convinced, but his wife was convinced and brought the baby over to see Mata, and she was just as happy, and the baby was just as happy. So it was a good overall situation. This is what incredible. Don't forget to smash the like button so you can smash any more. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them. And subscribe. Peace out.
Cause I've been working a lot. I think I deserve a shot. I think I deserve a spot. Cause it's been years on this path that I walked. And if I keep going, I pray I'll be at the top.